year has passed since the deadly attack in Peshawar. What memories did it bring back for you?
Well, that was a horrible incident, and I still remember that day when I heard that 132 children were attacked in that brutal attack by the terrorists. And we just could not believe it, that the terrorists would kill children. Like, you just think for a second, what was their crime? That was a horrible, horrible incident.
Do you think you'll ever see a day in Pakistan where the children can go to school without fearing for their lives?
Well, I think that's my dream, to see that a day comes where we have no fear that we will be shot in schools, or our school would be bombed. And that's what I have been campaigning for, that children get education, but that it is also quality education and it's safe education. And what happened in the Peshawar school never happens to any school again, and that's the commitment that we made.
People in South Asia have been experiencing terrorism for many years, much longer than in the West. Does the lack of media attention hamper the fight against terrorism?
I think in terms of the Middle East or South Asia, if we look at terrorism in these countries, like every second day you hear that people are shot, people are killed, schools are bombed, and so then it just loses in between that attention that we need to give it. So it's just so common that it no more remains the news. In Swat Valley, when there was terrorism at that time, every day we would hear that people are killed and there was a bomb blast. So the day on which we would hear that there was no bomb blast was the news for us. But I think, yes, it is important that media gives equal attention to the terrorism in every country, so that people try to give it equal attention, and that world leaders give it equal attention. In Pakistan, this has been happening for many years now, and in Afghanistan, this has been happening for many years, and we hear about these brutal attacks every day. So it's important that it is given attention, and so we can then influence world leaders to take action and think about it and give answer to people.
Some of the parents of the children who were killed have said they would have liked to have seen the perpetrators to be publicly hung. How do you feel about this?
Well, it just depends on the person. I can't decide for the parents of those children, the children who were brutally killed. So everyone has the right to express their feelings. But in my case, when I got attacked, I forgave the people who attacked me, because I wanted to give them the message of forgiveness, the message of kindness. That I want kindness for myself, but I also want kindness and love for you as well. And this is the strongest way through which you can defeat terrorism. Be kind and be loving towards others.
Why do you feel so passionately about the education of girls in particular?
I think if you just imagine for a second that half of the population of the world is put behind, they're never allowed to come forward, how can you think of progress and prosperity? In the developing world especially, girls are stopped from going to school. I was one of them. I myself was stopped because of terrorism. They said that no girl can go to school. And then how can we imagine that a country will go forward, it will develop, it will achieve prosperity, if we think that no woman can go outside and can work, no woman can use her full potential and her talent to help in the country and to invest in the country. So it's important to educate them. And like, what's the difference between a boy and a girl, that a boy should be educated and a girl shouldn't be? So it's hard for some people to accept it, but I don't understand why people deny it. Seriously don't.
What would you say to children who might not want to continue with their education after being attacked?
Children who have gotten attacked in the Peshawar attack especially, they have continued going to school, and Ahmed Nawaz is one of them, who is now under treatment in the UK. He goes to school, and there are many who got injured and severely, but they are continuing their education. So they are really an inspiration. But still, the children who are not willing to go out say that this is your future. You're not just going to this building where you are reading just books. You are making your future and your country's future.
How do you deal with the fact that you and your family can't go back to the Swat Valley?
We haven't gone to Pakistan for almost 3 years now, but we are hoping to go very soon. But it is tragic that you are away from your home for such a long time. But I'm hopeful that peace will be restored so that everyone can go there happily without any fear.
How would you ensure that incidents like the Boko Haram kidnapping and the Peshawar attacks are kept alive in people's minds?
In terms of the Boko Haram kidnapping, more than 200 girls, through the Malala Fund, we continue the campaign, and we support Bring Back Our Girls campaigning, and try to remind people that this has happened and it continues to happen. In terms of Peshawar attack coming on the 16th of December, and thinking about those children who got attacked is a way to remind people that this brutal thing has happened in our history, and we need to come together to make sure that this never happens again.
Are you still in touch with your school friends from the Swat Valley who you left behind?
Yes, I am still in touch with them, especially with my best friend. We still talk, and I ask her about her school and what's happening right now, ask her about other friends of ours. And so, yeah, things are going well.
As someone who has a strong faith, how do you feel about terrorists using the term Islam to justify what they do?
Islam, after all, is a religion, and you can interpret it in different ways. So they have taken this meaning from Islam that you can kill people, but this is not what I have learned. I believe in equality, and I believe in peace, in harmony, in tolerance, and this is what Islam has taught me. To me, Islam is just another word for peace. And I'm hopeful that they will understand Islam, because looking at what the religion says and what they're doing, comparing that just tells me that they haven't read the Quran yet.